Hey everyone. Hope everyone's doing happy. Hope you all are staying safe, staying well, and just doing overall blessed. I want to start off this geek report with an apology. I fully intended to upload a video on Tuesday, but some things happened and I could not do that. And so I put a post up on YouTube and over on Odyssey that I'll be uploading on Friday. Then some more things happened that prevented me from doing it on Friday. And that's just the way summer is. Summer you know, my whole schedule gets really erratic. Okay. Well, I'm going to combine everything into one geek report. So, welcome to my last weekly geek report for the weeks of May 28th through June 8th of 2024. This will be my last weekly geek report for a while. So, at the end of this report, I will be doing a special commentary and just kind of talking to y'all real for a little bit. But let's get started with the news. And first off, in TV and movie news, the live action He Man movie has cast as live action Adam. I'm going to kind of talk about this for a little bit, and I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it because not a whole lot has leaked out about this movie, okay? So far, we've only gotten the live action Adam. I'm going to talk about this for a little bit, though, and just kind of give you my overall impression of it. But mainly in our gaming news, the PlayStation State of Play announced. And we got a couple of announcements out of that, but the ones that really caught my eye were the game trailers for Ballad of Antara and Where Winds Meet. I'm going to kind of look at these trailers and kind of give you my overall impressions of them. And finally, Summer Games Fest has started. And we're going to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm expecting to see at Summer Games Fest, what I want to see at Summer Games Fest, and, just overall, just give you my impressions of it. And of course, I said earlier that I will be talking to y'all real for a little bit. I will be giving y'all a special commentary about the state of my channel, what I hope to accomplish over the summer, and just overall what's going to be happening over the next couple of months. So sit back, relax, grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink, and welcome to the Geek Report for the weeks of May 28th through June 8th of 2024. So, in our first and only news story this week, we found out that the live action He Man reboot has cast its He Man or its Prince Adam. Some reports are saying this is going to be Prince Adam, some are saying this is going to be He Man. But we're getting this from Variety, okay? And they're saying that this is going to be He Man. That Nicholas Galazentine, and I'm probably butchering that name, is going to be playing as He Man in the Masters of the Universe reboot film. Now, as you know, in the 80s, there was a Masters of the Universe film that starred Dolph Lundgren as He Man, okay? But this is not going to be connected to that in any way, shape, or form, okay? So it goes on from Variety and says that Nicholas Galazentine has been tapped to play as He Man for the reboot of Masters of the Universe, okay? And it talks about it being directed by the director of Bumblebee and how that the Masters of the Universe toy line has endured 2 decades, all that, okay? Let me just kind of give you my thoughts on the whole thing. Okay, first off, let me kind of look at this right here, okay? This does not look like He-Man, okay? Now, look, I understand that this is a cartoon being made into a live-action film, and that certain things are going to have to change, and we're just going to have to accept that. I understand that, okay? But one of the primary things about a live-action film is that you try to get it as close to the cartoon as you can, okay? It worked with Transformers. It's worked with G.I. Joe. But I will admit that G.I. Joe kind of strayed a little bit further than Transformers did. But you try to get it as close to the source material as you can. In this case, the source material is the cartoon show and the toy line. Okay? That does not look like He-Man. Now, I can believe that is Prince Adam. Okay? I can live with that being Prince Adam. If this turns out to be Prince Adam, some reports are saying he's He-Man. Others are saying this is going to be Prince Adam. Okay? So, but if this turns out to be Prince Adam, I can live with that. But they cannot make this He-Man. Okay, I don't care how buff you get him. He is not going to look like He-Man. I can believe him as Prince Adam, not as He-Man. Okay, let me just say that now. So, I personally think that they need to have him play as Prince Adam. Okay, and then have someone else play the role of He-Man. Okay, someone who looks closer like He-Man from the cartoons and the toy line than from a CW ripoff. Okay, because that's what's worrying me right now. Okay, don't get me wrong, the CW had a lot of great shows. They had Arrow and the Flash, Black Lightning, all that, but they also had some terrible shows. I don't want them to go the CW route and just basically make a CW version of He-Man. Okay, and that's really what's worrying me. Okay, because, and let me switch back over here, because if you go down here, okay, and it says here, it talks about the overall story of He-Man, and they are changing the overall story of He-Man. All right, so originally the He-Man cartoon show, as well as the toy line, was the story, the lore of He-Man was supposed to take place on Eternia. Now, let me say this. In the 80s movie that starred Dolph Lundgren, it did take place on Earth. Okay? The majority of it took place on Earth, and then the very end of it took place on Eternia. Okay? But that was really never canon. That was never really considered canon. Okay? But now they're saying that this movie is going to be taking place on Earth. And it's right here. The Variety article is right here, and it says, Masters of the Universe follows Prince Adam, who crashes to Earth in a spaceship as a child, and decades later returns to his home planet to defend it from the evil forces of Skeletor. But in order to defeat the powerful villain, he needs to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, referred to in this world as the most powerful man in the universe. So, what I'm seeing here, and what I think they're kind of trying to do, is they're trying to take elements of Superman. Superman was sent to Earth because Krypton was being destroyed. They're taking that whole element, okay, and they're bringing it to He-Man, okay. So I could totally see this Nicholas Galazantine be Adam, okay. I could see that. I could see that he's sent to Earth, and maybe he has a rough life, maybe not. I don't know. But he's always felt like something was missing. And then one night something happens and he returns to Eternia with the power sword. And along the way, he's got to learn how to draw out the power of the power sword to become He-Man. Okay? I can live with that. But if they tried to make this guy into He-Man and Adam, that ain't going to work for me. Okay? Another thing that's kind of concerning me is we don't know who else is going to be playing in this. We don't know what Tila is going to be like. We don't know what Man-at-Arms is going to be like. Skeletor, Evil Lyn, Beastmaster. We don't know who these guys are going to be played as, what they're going to be like, any of that. So that's another thing that's kind of concerning to me also, okay? Especially He-Man's allies like Tila and Man-at-Arms and so forth, okay? Because a hero is only as good as his allies. Okay? A hero can't do everything by himself. Sometimes he needs help. And I really do hope that they make his allies not as good as He-Man, but on par with him in a way where he does all the heavy lifting and they support him. Okay? He doesn't need to be saving them every 5 seconds. Okay? But yeah, supposedly they've got either a Prince Adam or He-Man character. It's going to be played by Nicholas Galazantine. I'll just be honest with you. I am concerned about this film right now because all we have is this guy. And I'm hearing multiple reports. Some are saying he's playing as Prince Adam. Some are saying he's playing as He-Man. I can't accept him as Adam, okay? But when he transforms into He-Man, I can't accept that, okay? It's nothing against him. I don't know what films he really starred in. I've never seen any of his films. But I just can't accept him as both He-Man and Adam. Okay, so I'm really hoping that he is playing as Prince Adam, and they have someone who looks more like He-Man playing He-Man in the movie. So, starting off our gaming news segment, we're going to talk about Sony's state of play. Now, this happened about a week ago, and they dropped some trailers. They also made some announcements. Okay, only a couple of trailers really caught my attention. We're going to talk about them in a second. After I look over the trailers with you and give you my overall thoughts and opinions on them, I'm going to give you my overall thought and opinion on this state of play. So let's get started looking at Sony's state of play. So the first state of play trailer that I'm going to be looking at is Ballad of Antara. Now, let me say this. I really don't know what to make of this. When I first saw the trailer, I felt it was kind of in that vein of Final Fantasy, where it's like magic and science mixed together. Okay. And that's kind of what I'm getting the feeling from in this trailer. But let's look at the trailer about Antara premiering as PlayStation State of Play.
Stars. Feuds.
Now, this says it's being captured on PS5. Just keep that in mind. But already it's looking beautiful. Okay, let me just say that right now. I mean, you've got these gorgeous landscapes, meteors falling out of the sky, all that.
Stars. Feuds. I have seen the miracles you so claim. Until the towering shadows.
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. It really feels like Final Fantasy, okay? And I know it ain't from the same people who do Final Fantasy, but I am getting that feeling of Final Fantasy with this trailer.
Into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Now, that right there, it really sent shades back of like something from Legend of Zelda, like where you could go backward in time or go forward in time and alter things. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what's going on here. And still, it looks beautiful. It's looking gorgeous.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Now, this right here has got me thinking it's Skyrim. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be an RPG in the vein of Final Fantasy or Skyrim, but I'm thinking they're mixing the two, having some of the story elements of Final Fantasy with like the gameplay mechanics of Skyrim or Elder Scrolls or something along those lines.
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
Now, I'm liking these gameplay parts of it because it is really showcasing what this game can do, and I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
So that was Ballad of Antara. Let me just say this, okay? I'm getting shades of Final Fantasy, Skyrim, and Monster Hunter. That's what this is feeling like. That this is mixing those three games together, okay? And that's not necessarily a bad thing if they can do it, okay? But just showcasing what the PS5 can do is a good thing right here. Because, like, it's really showcasing what the PS5 can do, okay? but it ain't that killer app that I want. It's something that maybe I would get on a whim. Okay, it looks great. It probably plays great. Okay, so far. I mean, this is still like a trailer. It still doesn't come out till 2025. But right now, even if it was coming out tomorrow, I would not want to get it. At least not be forced to get it. You see what I'm saying? Because, I'm not really into this type of game, but it looks beautiful and it looks really intriguing to me. Okay. So this would be more along the line of a game that I would get on a whim. Like if I had a little extra money and I was at the store and I wanted to play something new, I would pick Ballad of Antara for my PlayStation 5. Now I don't have a PS5, so I can't, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. But still, that was the trailer for Ballad of Antara. We saw gameplay elements in it. We saw story elements. And I'm getting the feeling that it's mixing Final Fantasy, Skyrim, and Monster Hunter all into one tightly tightly wrapped package. Okay, and it is coming back out on PlayStation 5 exclusively. So now looking at the other gameplay trailer that really caught my eye, we have Where the Winds Meet. Now, I'm gonna just be honest with you. This feels a lot like Ghost of Tsushima meets Ninja Gaiden. That's where I'm getting this from. Okay, is that's what this really feels like. Okay, that ancient Japanese type of storytelling mixed with the high octane action of Ninja Gaiden. Okay, but let's look at the trailer, and I'll just give you some of my thoughts and opinions on it. But this is the trailer for Where the Winds Meet that premiered at Sony's State of Play. Now, see right there, just the way it's looking, it's making it look like it's supposed to be set in feudal Japan. Okay, just overall, I mean, you don't see any technology or anything like that. Now, see, that's another thing I'm noticing right here is that in Ninja Gaiden, you have these really stylized villains. Okay, like the dragon, I mean, not the dinosaur that was nothing but dinosaur bones and stuff like that. I'm seeing the same thing here. These highly stylized villains and bad guys and bosses that you're going to have to fight. Now, see, this right here is making me also more reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden in that it's probably going to require you to have fast response times to attacks and also fast response times to initiate attacks. Okay. So this ain't going to be like Ghost of Tsushima in the way that like you can plan out your attacks. Okay. This is going to be part Ghost of Tsushima where it has that overall Japanese feeling to it, but also Ninja Gaiden where it's really fast paced and you got to think on your feet. And just the graphics look beautiful in this. Okay. I mean, they look absolutely gorgeous. And I think they're really showcasing the PS5's capabilities. And this whole scene right here with the trees and everything, it's kind of really reminiscent of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I really like that, and I really like this scene as well. You know, because it doesn't really let you on like who's the good guy, who's the bad guy here. So I'm kind of wondering if that's on purpose. If maybe you can play as either one of these. That neither one of these are really a good guy or a villain. That you can play as either one and determine their path. And that's a female, and I have no problem with that. I think the fact that they did this and made her really shows her strength. But like I said before, I'm kind of wondering if maybe you can play as either one of these characters. Like you get to choose at the beginning of the game. And that was Where the Winds Meet. It's coming out on PlayStation 5. It's in development now. There is no release date. Although I suspect it'll probably be late 2025. But yeah, like I really like this trailer. I thought this was a really good trailer. It really showcased a lot of gameplay elements that we probably needed to see. And it's still early in development, okay, by the looks of things. But yeah, there is no release date for it yet. But I really like this trailer. I honestly like this trailer more than I do Antara. But still, like I like this trailer because it kind of reminded me of Ghost of Tsushima as well as Ninja Gaiden. You know, with Ghost of Tsushima, there was the whole setting of feudal Japan, you know, and I got that feeling, you know, really at the beginning of this. But then there was also Ninja Gaiden, where you had to be quick on your feet and be able to respond quickly to situations. Whereas Ghost of Tsushima was a little more slow, whereas a little more slow paced. You know, Ninja Gaiden was really fast paced, and I think that's what they're doing here. They're combining Ghost of Tsushima with Ninja Gaiden. Now they didn't really say it, but I'm kind of getting also the feeling that this could be open world, possibly. But I'm not going to put my money on that yet because this is still like an early in development trailer. But yeah, I like this trailer, and I can't wait to find out more about Where Winds Meet. Hopefully, we'll get some more information later on this year. So those were the state of play announcements that I really liked. Okay, Battle for Antara and Where the Winds Meet. Now, there were a couple of other announcements. You know, like God of War coming to PC, maybe Concord. You know, but I didn't really want to talk about them. I wanted to talk about the ones that really caught my eye, and those were it. Here's the thing that was missing from the state of play this year. Okay, a reason to get a PS5. All right. Where is that killer app that you have to get a PS5 for? Okay. Like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming out on PS4. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out on PS4 and PS5. A number of games are coming out on PS5. Battle for Antara, Concord, Where the Winds Meet are all coming out on PS5. Okay. But so far, I've not felt that need to buy a PS5. Where is that game, that app, that functionality that tells me as a longtime gamer, hey, I need to upgrade already? When right now my PS4 does almost the exact same thing as my PS5 does. Okay. Where is it? You know, look, I don't think they should have done a state of play. Okay. They could have saved all these for Games Fest, which was out now, okay, which started this past week. But they really should have kicked this state of play off with a good reason to upgrade to the PS5 by now. Okay. And I get it, the economy's bad and like all that. But what they should have done is done a significant price drop on the PS5. Like right now, I can go up to Walmart and buy a digital PS5 for $3.99 and this PS5 for $499. Okay, with the economy the way it is, that is way too much. They should do a price drop. That is a big reason for people to upgrade now. If you do a price drop, that will cause more people to upgrade. Because right now, they're having to choose between a PS5 and an Xbox. Okay? And if they're both the same price, they're going to look at the games and say, which one should I get? And they're going to have to choose between the PlayStation games and the Xbox games, or they're going to have to stick with what they got. And if PlayStation doesn't really show them that, hey, come to PS5, we got this great game versus what Xbox does, no one's going to really upgrade, or worse, they're going to go to Xbox. Okay? So, yeah, that's really what was missing from this showcase. That's really what was missing, was a reason to upgrade to the PS5. Where the Winds Meet looked great. Battle for Antara looked great. Concord looked okay. But really, where's that reason to upgrade to the PS5? People now are going to be able to play God of War on PC. And yet, we still don't have a foundational game for the PS5. The PS4 had great foundational games. They had Killzone Shadowfall. They had Infamous. They had the Uncharted. Where is that foundational game for the PS5? That foundational game that they can say, we are going to build the PS5 using this game. I haven't seen it yet. And I don't think no one has. And that's really what was missing here. And I think that PlayStation really needs to look at their library and get an IP that everyone knows is PlayStation. That as soon as you see this intellectual property, you know it's PlayStation. I'm not saying it has to be Uncharted. It could be Infamous. It could be Killzone. It could be Jack and Daxter. It could be any number of titles out there. Okay? But they need a title that is a foundational game for the PlayStation 5. And I've not seen it yet. And until they do, there is no reason for me to upgrade to the PS5. There just isn't no reason for me to do so. All right? I mean, I'm happy with my PS4. And yes, I'm going to miss out on some games on the PS5, but until it has that killer app, that kind of like just pulls me in and says, okay, I got to have this, there ain't no reason to upgrade to the PS5, period. And that's what is really going on with Sony right now. And until they get a foundational game they can build the PS5 on, I don't think anyone's really going to be upgrading anytime soon. So, in our final news story, this past week, Summer Games Fest has started. Now, this is a summertime festival of video games. It's hosted by Jeff Keighley, and they're going to be doing a lot of announcements. Now, as of the recording of this video, it is still ongoing, so I'm not going to really be able to show you anything that's dropped so far. But I am going to do a special commentary about everything, okay? About as much as I can, especially about the stuff that I noticed that I like, okay? Already, I've seen Delta Force Hawk Ops being announced. I've heard of Doom, the Dark Ages having a trailer. Those are just some of the announcements so far. But really, I think this is PlayStation's chance right now. Earlier, I spoke about PlayStation State of Play and how they did not have any killer apps. They did not have anything really that made you want to buy a PlayStation 5. I really think that if PlayStation is going to stay on top of the console war, and they're not, okay, they are slowly slipping because even Xbox has gotten me. I'm a hardcore PlayStation guy, okay? I absolutely love PlayStation. But Xbox has even got me interested in their new console, okay? Even though I've had bad luck with Xbox consoles in the past, they've got me interested, okay? Especially with their recent announcements. But yeah, like this is PlayStation's chance to really stay on top, okay? To really get people to buy a PS5. And right now, that's really hard because it's really a decision where you can either decide to buy a PS5 or buy yourself something to eat for a month. That's really what's going on right now. All right. But They could really kick things off by doing two things. One, by doing a massive price cut. Now, they did a price cut on their digital model, which I think is like $3.99 now. I think at one point it was $4.99. But they need to do a massive price cut. Okay, a massive price cut. The second thing they need to do is they need a killer app that really showcases why you should upgrade to the PS5. Okay, really why you should upgrade to the PS5. Finally, they really need to just show you why they need to upgrade to the PS5. Okay, so far we have not really had a real good reason to upgrade to the PS5. PS5 has had some great games. They're having Star Wars Outlaws coming out, X Defiant, but like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming out on PS4. Some of the other games are coming out on PS4 still. Where is that app that's on the PS5 exclusively that makes you want to jump ship from the PS4 to the PS5? It ain't there yet. And this is really their chance to do that. Either through some type of game that is exclusive to PS5 that makes people want to jump ship, or by doing a massive price cut. Okay. Now there is another way they could do it, and it would be kind of scummy, especially given the situation we're in now with the economy and everything, where they stopped supporting the PS4. Okay. I don't think they're going to do that, especially with Black Ops 6 being PS4 and PS5 on there. But still, it is a possibility they could do that. Okay. I don't think they will, but they could. But I have to hand it to Xbox. Even they got me interested in Xbox. I have terrible history with Xbox consoles. Okay. I had the original Xbox for about a year. Okay. It did good. Then I went and got the Xbox 360, got the Red Ring of Death. Then after that, I got the Xbox Series S, and it lasted for 3 months. I sent it back to the factory, got it back about a month later. They claimed it was fixed. I plugged it in, still had the same issue, was able to get it boot up after doing something, and I decided to trade it in for a PS4. So I have terrible history with Xbox consoles, okay? Knowing that, I'm still interested in the new Xbox Series X. Okay, I am really interested in it. All right, on what it is possible of doing. Okay, now have they pushed me over that limit where like I'm going to just ditch PlayStation and go directly to Xbox? No, not yet. But still, they have Perfect Dark. They have Doom: The Dark Ages. They got Starfield. They've got some great games for the Xbox Series X. But over on the PlayStation side, there is no need to like push people to the PS5. Now, I can kind of understand that now with the way the economy is now. I can understand where they're coming from. But if not now, when? When and they gotta do it with a killer game. They gotta do it with a foundational game, a game that's going to lay the foundation for the PS5 going forward. And they haven't done that yet. Where's Killzone? Where's Infamous? Where's Resistance? Where's these classic games, these classic properties that PlayStation fans know and love, but aren't on there yet? Where are they? That's what PlayStation needs to do at Summer's Games Fest. They need to give us a reason to really upgrade to the PS5. Okay, and they haven't yet. The State of Plays haven't done it yet, and hopefully they'll do it at Summer Games Fest, either through a game that has not been announced yet, or through some type of massive price cut that will undercut Xbox and make people want to play the PlayStation 5. Okay? Because right now, I'm not willing to spend $400, $500 on a PlayStation 5. I just ain't. Okay? Not with the way things are now. So they need to do a massive price cut if they're going to get people to actually jump ship to the PS5. Because until they do, we're going to stick with the PS4. But yeah, Summer Games Fest is happening. I'm going to do a special commentary on this after it's all said and done. But yeah, like Summer Games Fest is happening as of the recording of this video. We've already gotten some announcements out. And, it's being hosted by Jeff Keighley. And, it happens every year. And this is how the hype train gets going for a lot of these games, is at Summer Games Fest. So before I end this geek report, I kind of want to talk to y'all about what's going on with my channel. During the summertime is really my time to kind of rest and recuperate. So I won't be doing as many geek reports as I normally do. All right. I will be doing one geek report a month. Just kind of do an overview of the news that's come out over that past month. Okay. I will also be doing a lot more special commentaries and special reports concerning things that interest me. Okay. But I just kind of want to say a few things to y'all. This is not scripted. This is just from the heart. I enjoy doing these. I know I don't have a big following. I know a whole lot of people don't really care for my opinion, but I enjoy doing these. Okay. I really get a kick out of doing these. Okay. I don't get paid for doing these. I don't expect to get paid for doing these. I know there are people out there who do get paid for doing these. And if that happened, great. If not, so be it. I enjoy doing these. But this past year has been really rough on my channel because first off, I lost my computer. I lost the ability to stream games. There was a bunch of games that I really wanted to stream and could not because I lost my computer. My computer died on me, and I had to go to a Chromebook. And because I went to a Chromebook, you really can't stream games from a Chromebook. In fact, it's really difficult to do anything from a Chromebook, including recording this. Okay. But I'm hoping in the next couple of months that I will be able to upgrade some of my tech. At minimum, getting a new computer. At minimum. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a lot more. Get a new computer, get a PS5, whatever. But right now, it's just really hard for me to really do videos. Okay. Especially now. Okay. Because it's summertime. It gets hotter. I don't have like central air. So it gets really hot in my room, and I really am hoping to just upgrade some things over the summer, as well as catch up on some things I've been wanting to do. Special reports. Like right now, I got a special commentary about the review of Black Ops 6. Okay. I've got another one after that, probably for a book review. I've also got, what I saw at Summer Games Fest coming up. So there's a lot of things that I'm kind of wanting to get off my chest in terms of special commentaries and that sort of thing. So, in light of that, I will see y'all in July. Okay. The next time I do a geek report will be at the end of June or the beginning of July. I will be doing one geek report a month, just kind of showcasing some of the news stories that I saw throughout the month. But look, before I go, I want to say thank y'all to everyone who has subscribed to me. I really do appreciate y'all. This is not the end of my channel. This is just me just kind of taking a break for a little bit, taking a rest. Still doing my geek reports, but just going to one a month. When September and October rolls around, I will be going back to a weekly geek report. Hopefully, I will be doing a better job at that point. But I do want to thank everyone who has subscribed to me, everyone who does follow me and does watch me. And until I see y'all again, you guys take care of yourselves. Watch over each other. Be groovy. Be cool to one another. Stay healthy. Stay well. Stay groovy. And I will see y'all in the next video and in the next stream. Laters.